This is an addendum to the Uranus in Aries squared Pluto in Capricorn video of the 4th of July. I was reminded that America's birth chart has Pluto in Capricorn at 27 degrees. Pluto is now in Capricorn in the earlier degrees, so we have 12 years before it's going to be exact. So we have 12 years to review uh, the ideals of the Constitution and see what have we uh, what have we done right and what do we still need to rectify. And Pluto in Capricorn, as I said, is it transforms government, and a revolution is about the biggest transformation of government you're going to have. So I find it interesting that the Arab Spring, uh, with the uh, with the people demanding freedoms that we take for granted every day, is happening during a Pluto and Capricorn transit. Also, bringing in Uranus again, a Uranus transit is 84 years for it to go through all the different signs and come back to where it was. 84 years ago, if correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, is when uh, it was the end of the Ottoman Empire, and outsiders divided the Middle East into the countries that you see it today, without any kind of concern for, you know, the Tuaregs, nomadic areas, having to go through 3 different countries. Doesn't really matter. It's interesting that during a Uranus return, that these people who were told, oh, your borderlines are over here and over there, are rising up and saying, we really want to be able to, have self-determination, with our lives. Another interesting pattern that's going on in the Middle East is, if you look at Egypt, you can almost count the 30-year cycles, the 30-year Saturn cycles that are going on with the changes in power, because Saturn deals with power, Libra deals with the type of relationships we have. It's also interesting for America that this year, 2011, is when we are experiencing our 8th Saturn return. So it's every 29.5 years times 8. Here we are. How are we dealing with relationships? How are we making laws equitable? So you see uh, more states recognizing same-sex marriages. We see the removal of Don't Ask, Don't Tell in the military, and the Defense of Marriage Act is pretty much is going to be pretty much history. It's how how are we going to be equitable and fair to all of our citizens is the one of the focuses of Saturn in Libra, and Saturn in Libra right now. So, I keep on harping about, oh, the Grand Cardinal Cross. Well, all these all these issues are issues that we see happening in the world and happening on our national stage, and I just wanted to make mention, because it is, the birthday of our country, of America, of my country, uh, that this is a very heady time for us, because we're having a Pluto return, the 8th Saturn return. You know, we have uh, we have this long-term uh, square between Uranus and Pluto, which is going to be uh, forcing changes on government, because people have these ideas in their head about how things should be. You don't make promises to people and then break them. See, unmet expectations lead to disappointment. Enough disappointment leads to revolution, and I'm waiting. I thought, oh wow, uh, Wisconsin, wonderful. Did you know that people were sending money from Egypt to a pizza parlor in Wisconsin to feed the people who were sitting at the state capitol when they were trying to protect collective bargaining for the service workers? I just think that's amazing. We're living in very interesting times, and that the Chinese say that's a curse. May you live in interesting times, because it's not smooth. You have to um, soften the ground and then explode it in order to build new things. And that's what we're seeing in Tunisia and Egypt, uh, breaking it down, taking the guy off the top is not enough. It has to be a whole regime change. So the hard part now, this Saturn and Libra part, is what laws are going to be made so it would be equitable for everyone. We just can't have the top guy changed and have the secret police and the secret jails and you know the army of snitches. Those things all have to go too. It's not just the head guy. So um, so anyway, I just wanted to make an amendment, an amendment to my 4th of July um, Uranus squared Pluto video, and make mention that America has Pluto in Capricorn, and have we have our legacy of um, rebelling against the powers that be. Perhaps it's our time to do that internally in our political lives. And it doesn't mean the left wing, it doesn't mean right wing. I mean, the Teabag Party is part of this too. They're mad as hell, and they're not going to take it anymore. So it, this to me explains a little bit about what's going on, and I'll return to these topics, as thoughts come to me. So let's see if this works out. Better than my last two takes when I had like a sun in my eye. Sun came out. The sun came out. What's with this weather? Okay, so let's see how this turned out.